Hi, Jan here again. I've had a few issues trying to get films out to you because my iMac completely died. I was halfway through telling you about it and then the screen went off on my camera, so everything's glitchy at the moment. I don't know why, but whatever I did with the iMac, couldn't get it going. Luckily Neil was able to have a look at it. He took the screen off, went onto various different YouTubes to see if he could find out what the problem was. Decided it must be the starter motor, which he then ordered from eBay, and we had to wait for that to arrive, but eventually when it did he was able to fit it, and now I'm back in action again, so hopefully I'll be able to get this filmed, uploaded and then up onto YouTube. Well, if you're seeing it, then it worked. It's always a bit of a difficult time doing all this sort of thing, though. It's when the iMac broke, I operate my entire life through that computer, and you know, even simple things like paying the bills, you go onto your accounts to pay them on, and then all of a sudden you don't even eBay you don't use this computer, you don't normally access your account from this machine. Is it you? Yes, it is me. Well, put in your password. So I do that. No, that's not your password, but it is, you know. So I ended up, almost every account that I tried, I had to change all the passwords on to get it all up and running again. And all this is so not just stressful for me, but it taxes what little brain power I've got left. So it's a bit of a challenge. But anyway, today hopefully I'm up and running. I've got, I think it's 3 weekends worth of boot sales now, and it's getting to the stage now where I've got to deal with it and get it all put away because we're tripping over ourselves with it. So I've got it out, and now I'm stood here and Bear's laying right behind me on the floor. So whilst I'd like to step back a little bit, I'm not sure if I can. Yeah, he's going to let me. He's under the table, but he's got his paws sticking out, so just one. So I'm hoping that's going to be all right for you. I've got my little pink book somewhere where I write things down, so I've got some kind of an idea of what I got where and what happened about it. So yeah, we start off at Faygate on the 13th of August, so it's a couple of weeks ago, and I picked up a London Pottery Globe teapot in purple, which is this one. I don't know if I've had to shut the curtains because it's so bright outside, it was bleaching me out behind, and then put on the light in here, so I don't know if the lighting is going to be good enough for you to see anything, but that's London Pottery. These ones sometimes have the infuser in, but this one doesn't. But beautiful London Pottery Globe teapot, and that cost me £1.50. I think that week was actually a big teapot week. I got the London Pottery teapot, then I got this one, I think was in a 50p bucket. This is the 1776 to 1976 to commemorate the American Revolution. So I thought that was quite a pretty little teapot, and I'm trying to only pick them up now if they're of interest, you know, something different from the others, or if I particularly like them. But more and more I'm finding it's a case of, I haven't got that colour. But anyway, that one was 50p. Almost right next to it, I think, was a beautiful blue teapot. This one, that was another one for 50p. I think this one is Teapot and Company. I've never heard of them before, but standard Betty shaped teapot, lovely condition, 50p. So I couldn't turn that one down. So that's 3 teapots then. Then I found the Denby, which I paid £1 for. It's just a little jug coffee or milk or whatever you want to put in it really. This one is a one pint Denby teapot. Not teapot, sorry, my brain has gone already, so you have to ignore half the things I'm saying. But lovely little brown. I've got several of, I keep seeing these in the manna green, but this is the first one I've seen in the blue and brown. So I picked that one up for, did I tell you it was £1? I'm really sorry, my brain had a rough day today and my brain's all over the place. And I also picked up a little toast rack. This was in a 20p box, and I picked it up. It was Rayware, although unfortunately it does have a tiny chip on the cherry. Is that an apple or a cherry? No, I think that's cherry, but anyway, it's got a chip on that end, but I thought it was rather sweet anyway, so picked it up. 20p, you can't go wrong, can you? So that was all from that particular boot sale, except for, and this I can't show you, I need to step back again. Bless his heart, he's laying on the floor with his front legs like this. He's absolutely gorgeous. I also almost never pick up clothing unless it's something for Neil, but I saw a coat and I could see the label in the back saying Levi Strauss, and it looked like brand new. So asked the lady how much and she said £3, so I couldn't resist that. I've already given it to a family member, so I won't be able to show you, but when I got it home and I looked on Levi's website, they sell brand new at £110, and the only sign that it had ever had anybody near it was there was a bit of tissue flick inside the pocket, but other than that you couldn't tell it had ever been worn. So for £3, that was a real bargain. I'm thrilled to bits with that one. Then the following week, hardly picked up anything at all, apart from a pair of mugs which I got for 50p, one black and one white. I mean, they're nothing special, they're just, I thought the two of them for 50p, it's worth picking up and seeing if I can find a new home for them. But then, other than the two mugs, I managed to find a Caithness Calypso paperweight. I actually paid quite a lot for that. I paid £4 for that. But it's very hard to resist sometimes. And it wasn't a... Oh, sorry, that's my phone. Can't even see where the phone is now. Right, so it's a Caithness Calypso paperweight for £4. Then I also picked up two pieces of Nao. The same lady was selling both of them. This one I think is Spring Awakening or something like that. Little girl sitting on a wall. Next to her is a little bowl of fruit and a bird. And that one was £5. And as I say, the same lady, little girl at ballet class, again £5. And no. So they're both for my own collection at the moment. But then the same day, I found these two. These have got the Adro stamp on. lady holding her hat. In my own collection, I'm hoping to gradually replace my Neo pieces with Yadro because they are just slightly better quality. And I paid 15 for this one. And then from the same chap that I bought that one from, I got this one, a little cherub. Again, that's Yadro. And again, I paid 15, so that was what, 30–40 pounds on my own collection that week. So rather overspent, but I need to cut back on other things. And that was all for that week. And if I were to sell them, which I'm not planning to, the little ballerina girl, they're fetching at the moment about £20 on eBay. The Spring Has Come, again about £20. And then the two Yadro, the cherub is fetching 66 at the moment, and the girl holding her hat is £30. So they've got a bit of value in them if and when I ever do want to sell them, but right now they're mine. So that was the first couple of boot sales. Then the next one, first stall, I found these two bowls, and these are better put it down so I can show you it properly. These are Portmeirion Studio. So it was 2 bowls, and they came with 2 matching mugs, and I got all 4 pieces for £2. So I was very pleased with those. So that was the Portmeirion Studio. Then another piece of Neo, and this is a girl holding a blanket. My china cabinet's getting rather full, which is nice, I like it. So that's my other piece of Neo. So we had the Portmeirion and the Neo. Then I found, as I say, I wasn't going to pick up teapots unless they were particularly pretty, and I rather liked this one. This one is sold by Whittards of Chelsea and hand painted for Whittards of Chelsea. It's rather attractive. Hasn't been cleaned out yet, so needs a bit of treatment, a bit of love. But that one I paid £1.50. And then I found a little Tigger mug. Says Tigger on the back. This one is, I'm not sure if this is Disney Store. It's obviously licensed to Disney, but yeah, I think this is Disney Store. Because sometimes it's Disney Store, sometimes it's Disney theme parks, sometimes it's just another shop that's been licensed to sell Disney characters. But little Tigger mug, and don't remember this, but apparently that was 10p. Wonderful. That's really good. So 10p on that one. Then I saw this sitting on a trader's table, but what I saw at the side on there was Johnson Brothers. So it's a mug with a little coaster to stand it on, but the coaster is also a lid that you can put on top to keep it warm. And it's got a picture of a frazzled lady. Without stress, my life would be empty. But I thought, well, that's rather nice. Almost afraid to ask the price. I did, and he said 20p, so very good buy. And then I've got another teapot, a Price and Kensington. There we go, Price and Kensington, and I picked that one up for 50p. Rather lovely. So that one was the 20th of the 20th. Then on the 21st, the lady that I got all the strong boxes from a couple of weeks ago had rung me up and said, I've got some more if you want them. I'll be at Shoreham on the 21st. We were going to go to, where would it have been? I think it was Hickstead we were planning to go to, but because the lady had gone with the boxes for me, we went down to Shoreham. And then down in Shoreham, I picked up oh, it's awkward here with Bear on the floor, but you could think, why don't I just move him out of the way? But my mum always used to say, let sleeping dogs lie. And I've always stepped over my dogs rather than ask them to move. Neil will tell them to get out of the way, but I will always step over, which has had the added benefit of, because my balance is poor, it does help me to work on my balance, actually stepping over them. But this boot sale, I picked up a tiger cookie jar. It's had a good clean now, but when I got it, it was one of those that's really icky, sticky, nasty. But it's lovely and clean now. Really nice condition. I'm just moving some things over so I've got some space to move things across, because as soon as I finish doing this film for you, I've got to start putting SKU numbers on and putting things away so I actually know where they are when I'm ready to start listing and selling them. So the tiger cookie jar was £2. Then the next one was an owl at £1.50. He's not actually that special, but he caught my eye, and if he caught my eye, he'll catch somebody else's. So that's an owl cookie jar. This one's actually got quite a good seal, so you could put cookies in. A lot of them haven't got seals on at all, so they're not good for anything that needs to stay fresh. But still good if you want to keep sweets and treats in. So yeah, the owl was £1.50. Then my next pick up at that boot sale was, I saw this sat on a table and thought, isn't that pretty? That's really lovely. And then I picked it up, and it's Denby. Encore is the pattern. Really, really pretty though. And that was £1, which I thought was really good for a little flan dish, pie dish, or whatever you want to do with it dish. So that was really nice. So dish, and then my book just says mug 50p, and that's the only one that I can find that I don't actually know what it's got to do with. It's Crown Kent. Fine, it is bone, well, it says it's bone china, but picked it up for 50p. And then where are we? I'm still stepping over the dog. Then I found a little 2-cup London pottery globe in the creamy colour. I think that's what happened there. The globe was oh no, I paid £1 for that. I was thinking maybe I got them both on a 50p store, but apparently not. I paid £1 for it. So we've got the globe there for £1, and then within minutes I found 2 globe purple, again London pottery. I don't know if you can see that properly, and those 2 were 50p, I'm sure. London pottery, yeah, £1 for 2. So that's those 2. And then this one I really like. This one was I've got down here £1.50 or £2. So during the course of the boot sale I'd forgotten how much I paid for it, but this was either £1.50 or £2. I just thought he was rather lovely. He's got his little hat on. I really liked him. So that was the 3 cookie jars at that boot sale. And then again from my own collection, oh no, he's shuffled himself around and he's more hanging out from under the table than he was before, but try not to stand on his nose now. And this one is Yadro, and this one is Boy Awakening. Again for my own collection. So, which means that I'm going to have to pull some of the other pieces that I've got in my collection. You know, I'm going to have to be strict with myself and one in, one out. You know, if I get a new one, then I'm going to have to choose one of the old ones to go, otherwise I'm just going to be overrun. Then I found a pair of little, by coincidence, Denby cup and saucers. It was a different table, but exactly the same pattern as the dish I had earlier. So it was, although this says day shine, so although the pattern looks exactly the same, it's not. But unfortunately, that one has a little chip on it, so that's not going to be able to sell. But generally speaking, a Denby cup and saucer will fetch about £5 on eBay. And those 2 cups and saucers were £1. And now I'm running out of time, so I'm going to stop this video at this point, and then I'll finish the rest in part 2, which I will continue filming, and I'll be right back. Don't go.